Why do you think most people feel awkward on camera?
I think most people feel awkward on camera because they feel they're being judged. They feel the camera's a person judge. Like if I said right now, hey, Mel, we're going to do karaoke and I just want you to belt out some Celine Dion.
I'd die.
Straight away, your body has this physical reaction of, I think I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be judged. I can't do that in the shower, sure, but in front of other people, no. And I think that's what people view the camera as, is a not only another person in the room, but someone who's judging them heavily.
How do you get through the fear?
The first step is reps. So it's kind of like going to the gym. If you try and lift a really heavy weight to start off with, it's going to be hard and you're probably not going to be able to do it. But if you start smaller and do lots and lots of reps, eventually you're going to get there. It's the same with filming video. If I put the camera in the corner and start like let's have a podcast right now, let's just talk through everything, straight away I'm going to panic initially. Yeah. But then once I get the reps up, it's like, right now I'm talking to you. I don't really care that the camera's in the corner.
Yeah.
And it probably, like every time I say the camera's in the corner, you're probably getting a little like,
I am a bit.
Oh, this makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But you want to get to the point where it's almost like the horse with the blinders on. You don't even notice that it's there.
Yes.
That's the real goal. So how do we actually get there? It's about filming yourself on camera so many times and seeing what you actually look like on camera that you're no longer concerned about the outcome.
Do you want to talk about what you mentioned to me with like actually seeing yourself on camera, how it's not the way that you're used to seeing yourself and how that can affect when you're watching yourself on video? Yeah, because it's interesting.
So we have all seen ourselves throughout our entire life through a mirror or through a reflection of some description, right? And even though our face is somewhat symmetrical, it's not perfectly symmetrical. When we see ourselves on camera for the first time, we're actually seeing the perspective as everyone else sees it, not as we see it, because we're used to seeing a flipped version of ourselves. So there's a natural reaction most people have when they see themselves to go, that's not what I look like. Why that looks weird. And it's like, if you take a photo of yourself on your phone and then you flip the photo around, you'll have the same reaction. You'll go, this is not my face. This is not familiar to me.
Yeah.
You will also have the same reaction with your voice when you hear yourself on video. You'll go, that's not what it sounds like, but you're hearing your voice as it's projected out and then back through your eardrum. So what you're actually hearing is not what everyone else is hearing, because you're hearing the internal voice as well as the external voice, whereas everyone else just hears the external voice.
Is the pitch different, like from what you sort of know?
It actually, like you will feel like you've got a deeper voice in person when you're talking and you're hearing it internally versus when you hear yourself on video.
It is so weird, isn't it? But it does make sense because you see yourself on video and you're like, oh, gee, I look weird. Like I just don't look quite right. But it's because you're not used to seeing yourself like that. And obviously your voice as well. You hear your voice and you're like, oh, that's not how I sound.
And then so if we agree that the first thing you got to do is push through and do your first 10 videos and actually post them. That's the biggest thing I see is with new clients. I'll film the videos. They'll go, I love the videos. I love everything you've done. I just don't like how I look in the videos. And that's that natural reaction that everyone gets their first time. You have to put the content out. Once you put the content out, you realize no one cares as much as you think they're going to care. And not everyone is waiting to just attack you with negative feedback, which is the fear internally that you have. Once you get past that, the next thing is, okay, well, if I'm going to do 10 videos, what content am I actually going to make?